Okay, we're working on a couple cars here. We got a little black and gold Chevy too, sedan delivery that we just painted. Also, we've started ProStar truck project, and I had one that was yellow. You know, the one that's yellow and has the P5 stars on it. Talk about an ugly truck. So it got thrown in the strip tank, and it came out, and this is one of the worst castings. It's got all kinds of stuff. So this is going to have to be sanded down because I'm going to paint this truck black. But the thing about this truck is I wanted, because it had the big tires in the rear, I wanted to find some real fat slicks under it. And that was kind of hard to do because I needed slicks actually fatter than what's available on a gasser. I did want to go back. I wanted to go with some kind of real rider and make this a nice ride like the Copo Camaro and the coming up Dodge Demon. So we sourced wheels from Ajeda, wheels and tires from Ajeda, and they're huge slicks. Looks like it ought to go on a slot car or something, you know. BF Goodrich slicks, which kind of is different. But they go, they match those stock P5 5 stars, great big slicks, plastic slicks that were on the truck originally. They matched it pretty good in size. And then in the front, it came skinny, and the wheels are 5-star center lines, which is really cool. I used to love them wheels back in the day, but I never could afford a set because they were crazy expensive. So those are going under it. Now, here's what's different. This is a live axle, meaning it rolls, has to roll. The tar actually sits on a narrowed end, narrowed. You know, I have to explain to you people. Born and raised in Kentucky, so I speak fluent Kentuckian. So, you can make fun of me all you want. It has a narrowed axle end, and it shoves up into the wheel, and that's what holds it on there. Now, on shortening the skinny axle, I'm going to lose that. So I'm going to have to depend on the epoxy to hold that wheel on. But it's mainly going to be an aesthetic truck, so it's not a big deal. It's not going down track. But you know how FC is. He likes his shit to roll right. You know, if my stuff don't roll, and it's got to roll. Got to roll. Can't be sitting there and dragging wheels. I don't go that route. So, we cut this thing apart. It had these crazy plates that held everything on. Again, it held it in this little cavity right here they had, so the axle would roll. And so we had to go out and find some tubing stock that this axle would fit in. Now I couldn't find any brass. It was everything I found was way too taut. And brass. The size of the axle was in the inside diameter of the brass, but it just usually wasn't in it. So I had to go with aluminum. I found some aluminum with this fit in, and I actually used the narrowed end of the axle to kind of fit it real good for the rest of the axle by going in and out of the axle. It kind of dug some of the aluminum out, and it made it roll a little better. So we set this up last night, you know, like we do all our axle tubes. And, yep, see? It goes right in there, right perfect. Oh, look at that. Rolls like a Hot Wheel. You know, it works really good. I'm going to put graphite in there also. I'm going to puff a little graphite in there and before I put it all together. But I don't have to glue this axle. All I got to do is glue the tire. I got a narrowed end on this axle, which will help out in the rear. In the front, we're going to rely on the on the glute. But let's see what we got here. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Reminds me of Gomer Pyle with his rifle and Full Metal Jacket. He's all crazy putting his rifle together. Beautiful. Slide. Look how it slides. I'm talking about the bolt carrier. Okay. Okay. Here we are. Boom, boom, boom. Put her body on. Get the full effect. Oh, baby, look at that. Son, that's it. That's it. Look at that. You're getting a sneak peek. That's cool. That's cool. And everything rolls. Look at that. Everything just rolls just as good as it should. That's really, 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 really cool. Didn't build no pro stock trucks that look like that, did you, Hot Wheels? Ah! I don't mean to slap my toe on the face, but shit. You know, me and other guys out there are doing some cool stuff. You know, there's some guys out there. I've been watching the internet, boy. There's some guys turning out some really, really, really good stuff. You know, cutting doors off, putting engines in, all kinds of crazy stuff like that. I don't have the skill for that yet. Getting there. I don't know if I'll ever do anything like that, but you know, I might. Never can tell. But it's time to work on this body. Get it sanded down. Get all these pits and craziness that's in this casting. I already worked on it some. I sanded it a little bit. Got my nail file out, you know, and tried to sand down the, you know, the rough edges of the casting. This is one of the roughest castings I've ever seen. But we'll get her all smoothed out, get paint on it, and put it all back together, and it'll be, you know, you'll see it in a video. But that thing is cool. So, oh yeah, working on the bone shaker. We did a little bit of interior detailing, top of the carbs. I'm going to put mod rod. See how I cut the headlights off? Cut the headlights off that little booger. Got one worked down right here. Watch me drop it. I will never find it again. Okay, I got one here. Shaved down. And I'm gonna put them on sides there, so we got some headlights. And 62 Chevrolet trucks coming up. We'll probably do assembly on it today. Still need to paint the surfboard. It's got some cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. So we'll do an assembly on it too. So that's it. Have a good day.